Hey everybody, welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed the last couple of videos. I'm trying to get on a schedule here. As you can tell, I'm posting more than I was because I didn't post for 2 months and now I'm posting back-to-back videos, which is crazy. But today we're doing wheel stuff. We have some wheels. I got 6 wheels here that we're gonna deal with. There's two or three piece, 4 or not. But before we get into that, I want to talk about if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and please consider hitting the bell so that whenever I post a new video, you get a notification. And if you really are interested, please do it. If not, totally okay too. But I'm really trying to do this, and it would mean a lot to me if you guys would subscribe. But anyways, enough about the YouTube-y whatever bull. YouTube, the classic YouTuber intro. I got these. They're pretty cool. See what they're kind of beat, but you see what that says? Work equip, boy. Got some working mans. So these 2 wheels right here are Work, Equip, and Helos. They look kind of like a Meister, except they're more like bulbous, if that makes sense. And the center cap's a little different. But they're just kind of like a Meister type wheel. But this is the situation. We got a bit of a bent lip situation, which is not very cash money. But we can deal with that. And honestly, these are weak spec. So I want to put some big boy, like 3-inch lips on these, chrome them out, and they're going to look sick. They're going to be some front wheels for this thing right here. So, yeah, we'll be taking these apart. But I got to show you guys one more thing before we start taking these apart. So if we hit the wheel overflow section back here, as you can see, there's just a lot of things. We got these suckers, bro. Ugh. They're kind of icy, as you can tell. And they have a blue strip, or whatever color this is. But these are real, genuine Advent ABS Model 6s. Got a set. There's 4 of them, obviously, and they're gold. Pretty weak specs, but they'll be a great they'll be great spares for the front of the Silvia, because I plan on doing B-knuckle on this car, and you need a really big spacer either way for B-knuckle, so these wheels will be perfect. They're 17x8, so that'll be a perfect wheel just to fit a fat spacer on and run on the front. Plus they're cool, they're light, and yeah, good for the health, you know? Real wheels. We're back inside now. I had to run a little side quest, so I was gone for a little bit, but that's actually good because it gave time for these wheels to not be frosty, because they were full of ice and now they're no longer. And they actually look great on camera, if I'm being completely honest. They look a lot worse in person. This one actually is not great. If you look at all the chipping and fun stuff on the go, all that in there is just dirt. So that'll get cleaned out once I take them apart. But I don't have a tire machine or anything. And this one, as you can see, the bead is broke off. Like I can move the tire and the tire's like not even really on it. So I'm going to see if I can get this off of the pry bar. This one's not happening. I have no air in it, but the bead's still, I'm going to need to bring that to a friend's tire machine. But this one, I'm confident that I can get it off without a tire machine. So I have a pry bar over there, and I'm going to set you guys up, and we're going to try and get this tire off. Old style, you know, man style. I'm so glad I'm doing this right in front of my S15. Let's work our way around. Oh, God, right in the face. Fantastic. Off to a great start. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, baby. Making do with what we got, people. Look at that. Look at that. We're getting there, baby. Yeah. Ugh, I got it. Look at this thing. Ah. God, that was a battle, people. Holy crap. But we got it. Whew. All right, we're gonna talk about something here real quick. If you've never measured 3-piece wheels, there's kind of a method to it. Most people, when you'd measure it, you think you'd just go, you know, lip to lip and just go bang 17 inches or whatever, or 12 inch, whatever your size is. But that's actually wrong. You go inside lip to inside lip. That is the actual measurement. Because if not, you gotta measure where the tire is sitting, right? And then it's the same thing for if you're measuring the diameter of the face. You go from inside lip to inside lip of the lip. And then It's pretty simple for if you want to measure lip and barrel size. You just go from the point where they seal. So the sealing point where the face sits on the barrel and the lip, that's where you measure from. But for this style of wheel, you got to take into account because I have a 2.5 inch lip here and I have a 6 inch barrel. So that would be at 8.5, right? Wrong. This face sandwiches in the middle and that's a 1/2 inch wide. So it'd be a 9 all in. So you have to account for this stuff too. So that's the only thing, is just there's a lot of mathing involved. It's pretty simple, but it can very easily be like, oh crap, I accidentally built my wheels an extra half inch because I didn't account for the size of the face. So it's easy stuff to mess up, but it's pretty simple. So yeah, now that you know how to measure 3-piece wheels, now it's time to take these things apart, because man, if you look at it from this edge, they look so much worse than when the tire was on. Look at this. Ugh. God, that is so rough. They are right folded up. The thing is like touching itself. Hey, yo, pause.
Hey, yo!
But yeah, these things are gonna be sick. I guess the only thing is I'm not even gonna try to get this one off because like it has no air in it and the bead is seated. So I'm not even gonna attempt to take the bead off of this one. I'm just gonna bring this to a friend's tire machine. But this one I can start taking apart, so I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so flash forward 24 hours. I ended up getting this wheel completely loosened. All of these bolts are loose in here. None of them, one of them I ended up having an issue with. It was just stripped out, so. Because I took this wheel to get the tire taken off at my buddy's shop. So I did that, that's all fixed up. All the bolts are loose and I got the right socket. So now, time to actually take this one apart, which is the broken one. So, let's do it. All right, as you can see, we got the wheel set up. I'm gonna get the sockets out for it and we're gonna take this thing apart. So we're just gonna time lapse this thing because there's like 30 bolts in there and I'm just gonna zap them all out. And yeah, it's nothing really exciting. So let's get after it. I can't get in here. Okay, that was the last bolt out of this wheel. So now on to the second one. That's one done, so now 40 more on this guy. Okay, all of the wheels are taken apart. Well, all the bolts are out of the wheels. They're not taken apart yet. I still gotta split them, but as you can see, no bolts in here. I'm gonna have to hammer these out probably. These ones aren't cut yet. I haven't cut the silicone. I'll show you guys how to do that, but here's all our hardware. I don't know if you'll be able to get this on the camera. You guys will see that. But the original work bolts, yeah, look at that. It's so sick. Actual OEM work bolts. And they're in great shape. The nuts are kind of dusted, but I'll just get new nuts, but I'll keep this hardware because it's OEM work and it looks so cool. So when you want to split the barrel and the lip, you got to get a real sharp knife and cut the whole silicone down. Oh, actually, yeah, okay, we did cut this one. So you can see there's a start line here and you just cut all along the whole thing. And then, yeah, then you just got to get a mallet and try and whack the lip off. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty brute force, but yeah, I'll set you guys up and we'll split these things. Oh, there we go. Starting to break the silicone. There they go, baby. Oh, Boom. Look at that. These were not that bad at all. So there's our face and there's our lip. So these are, as you can see, they're pretty small. That's like a very light lip. And even these ones, as I was kind of whacking them, I realized they're a little bent too. But as you can see, this lip is dusted. Has seen a lot of better days. But hey, still a cool piece to have. I'm a nerd, so I like OEM work stuff. But these I'll just give a little whack from the back and they'll fall right out. But I'm gonna get to getting that one first. I gotta cut the silicone on that one. The best way to do it is if you have a tire machine and you get a knife or like a blade, any sort of blade, and you just spin the tire on the tire machine and just hold the blade in there, and it'll cut the whole piece of silicone. So that's the easiest way to do it. But I'm gonna just grab a knife and just slice that thing. Okay, so now that we have the wheels all taken apart, it has been a minute. Oh God, I look funky. I don't know why, but we have them taken apart and I have them set on the table here. I'll show you guys here. So barrels, faces, lips. Get a little top down of that. Beautiful, look at that. So, these apparently are super expensive center caps, and these ones are kind of dusted, and these ones are just as bad. So I'm gonna try and hopefully restore those, but I guess I'll talk about the plans. I was gonna do 4.5-inch lips, but then the wheels would be 11, which I think is a hair too big. So I think a 10.5 would be perfect, because I have 6-inch barrel, 4-inch lips, and then the 1/2 inch for the face. So it'd be 10.5 wide, which would be perfect, because I had 10.5s test fitted on the S15 and it was like flush to the fender. So I think that would be perfect. And it's gonna be nice to have these freshened up and then have some nice polished lips. It's gonna look really good. So yeah, as you can see, they are pretty dusted. These wheels definitely need a lot of love, which I'm gonna give them. They're gonna look really nice, and I'm super stoked to have some cool drift spares, because that's kind of like my thing, is I wanna build a really cool collection of wheels. I just love old 90s and 2000s JDM wheels. I think they are the coolest thing ever. So I wanna build up a couple pairs and maybe a set of street wheels for the S15. I'm gonna build a set, so this is not gonna be the only wheel content you're gonna be getting this winter. But either way, that's all for this one. We're kind of locked at waiting for parts now, but the next video, we're gonna be diving into the S15, so stay tuned for that. There's some big changes that are coming to this car, and there's gonna be a big thing happening. So stay tuned and stay excited. By the way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you have any questions, or you have 3-piece wheels that you wanna inquire about, or you have questions about this situation, drop them in the comments. Down to have some conversations. But either way, I hope you had a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time you're watching this. Yeah, peace.